I'll hand the mic over to you and let you do what you want. Yeah, here they are, ladies and gentlemen, crafted in heaven and handed down to Scranton, Pennsylvania, the Magics, featuring Mike Lanzo and Paulette Costa.
I have one funny story to tell. When we were in New York, we first arrived in New York, and that was 1961, and we had no money, but we found a room. We all got together. We had nothing to eat, so we bought a dozen eggs. And we had a couple eggs, and then we saved them, 4 eggs for the next day. You know, Donnie, me, the 4 of us. Anyway, we woke up in the morning, and Teddy went to get his egg. Looked at the egg. There was nothing in the egg. Kenny in the morning got up and had the scrambled egg and put the shells back together again. I could tell you many funny jokes about Teddy. Oh yeah. But we had a hell of a time in New York.
Oh, you did. They were as good, if not better, than all those groups out there.
Well, we tried. We had the same manager as, are you familiar with the group Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers? What If Fools Fall in Love? Well, we had the same manager. Frankie Lyman had just left him, and there was the 4 teenagers, and we palled around with them until we left New York.
What are you going to sing?
What are you going to sing? I have something here first. I wrote a little something. Are you familiar with the song My Buddy?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I am.
I'm doing My Buddy, and I changed a few words.
I got the music here.
I miss your voice, the tenor part you sang, the laughs and shows we did with the gang. My buddy, our records will never die. Right now you're a trio with Donnie and Dick, probably rehearsing with our manager Nick. My buddy, the Magics will see you soon. Thank you, Tim.
I do want to say one thing. When he was telling you before about the jokes, he was looking at me. And that brought back a funny story, because when he'd come out as Father Capuzzo, when we do our show, Teddy would ask him the questions. And he'd look at Teddy.
Yeah,
He wouldn't even look at the audience. He said, Mike, you're supposed to look out there, not at me. But he was just doing the same thing to me. Go ahead, what?
Let's sing a song.
What are we gonna
Let's sing
sing?
a song we always sing. Hey, Paula.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I remember the words. Hey, Paula. I've been waiting here for you. Hey, Paula. No one else will ever do. I've waited so long for school to be through. Paula, I can't wait no more for you. My love.
Hey, Paul, I've been waiting just for you. Hey, Paul, I want to marry you too. If you love me too, if your love is true, Paul, I can't wait no more for you. My love. True love means winning our lives for two, being together the whole day through. True love means waiting and hoping that soon wishes we made will come true. My love, my love, my love.
One more. One more funny story. When we were in New York, we lived with our manager, Rick Mazzaro.
Right here, when Teddy made a photo bomb there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were in New York. We lived with our manager, and we lived in one room, and there was four of us, and my manager. Anyway, we slept in the same bed. It was a big bed. So our manager was out. Our manager was out, and we all slept in the bed. So we were sleeping in the bed, and here it was. We woke up in the morning, and the four of us were in the bed, and there was a woman beside us. So Teddy looked, he said, I don't know her. It was my manager. I guess he slept, put her in the bed with us. He was crazy. He did a lot of crazy things. Your father was nuts. Just the three of us, me, your father, and Donnie. We would go crazy. Well, Kenny is still, he's in a nursing home, but he's the only living working member of the group. But we always used to pick on him, and
They drove him
we drove him nuts. Actually, we did. He went up to Clark Summit for a while.
Well,
He
yeah,
did.
that's because of you and
Yeah,
Teddy.
because me and Teddy, we call him Devote. A lot of names we have for him.
Oh my God, yeah.
But there's so many funny things we did together. When we lived in New York, we had such great times, even though it was tough. But I'll never forget it. Thank you all. She's going to sing a song.
Don't say it.
I won't say it.
Out of all the years I've been singing, all these 50s and 60s, I never knew that there was a song like this. There's a guy I want you to know. He's a guy, I love him so. He's my Teddy, oh Teddy. I love him so. Oh, I remember the day that we met. I'd be so silly to ever forget. Oh, Teddy, oh, Teddy, I love you so. Who is this guy? It doesn't matter. You're my guy. Can't you see? I want you. I need you. I love you. I do. 'Cause you belong to me. I'll always love you the rest of my life. We could get married. I'd be your wife. Oh, Teddy, oh, Teddy, I love you so. Thank you. He sent me he told me about the song Mike. I said, I never even heard of it. It was by Connie Francis. She had a Tommy, she had a Frankie, now she wants Teddy. So I got the words, and I just learned it the other day. That's why I have these with me. But I never knew they had a song named Teddy. That was for you, Teddy.
One other thing I'd like to say is, nobody knows it, but Ted and I wrote a song years ago when we were in New York. I forgot. Actually, we used to eat in this little restaurant on Broadway, right next to the Brill Building, and right at the same time was you're familiar with the Ronettes? The three Ronettes were there. the manager, this is before they met Phil Spector. Anyway, every day we used to sit by them, and they were looking for material, so in those days they had pianos in the rooms upstairs. You rent them for $5. So we went up and we auditioned our song for the Ronettes. Of course, it was a ballad and it wasn't their style, so they said, very nice, but it's not our style. And later on, they hooked up with Phil Spector and went on to be big stars. But the song we wrote, I only remember the first 2 lines. It's called, "Oh, evening star so bright, shine on my love tonight. Shine like the first time you did when we met." That's all I remember. But Teddy knew the whole song on it. Of course, he's not here to do it, but we would.
I went to New York with them once, and no, we didn't stay over. We got out of the studio late, so we drove. He drove. I was up front with Teddy and Kenny, and him and Donnie were in the back.
You know what? You know what? We all were in the back seat farting.
Well, you know what? I don't remember, and I'm glad.
Oh, one more story. One more story. Well, we went to Nutley, New Jersey. Teddy's, Donnie's brother lived there. He was a cab driver. And we stood with him in Nutley. And anyway, Donnie and Teddy were fixers, you know. So we slept in the room right next to Donnie's brother, who put us up for a couple of days. Anyway, there was a keyhole, and Teddy and Donnie had a little squirt gun, and they squirted him right in the face while he was sleeping. So what did he do? He threw us out. We were on the street with just our baggage. Anyway, in those days, I called my Uncle Elmer, and his daughter's right here, and he came over, took us to the house in Newark. We ate, and then he drove us all back to Scranton. But that's another one. He got us. Where would we go if it wasn't for our Uncle Elmer? We'd still be there.
But the night we came home, we got out of the studio late, and Teddy runs out of gas. So, almost anyway. So the next morning, we slept in the car, and Kenny's over here, and he's there, and he's falling all over. If you knew Kenny, you'd love Kenny. I mean, he's great. You know, I'm falling over this way. My eyes were wide open. Everybody's sleeping and snoring. So finally, we pulled up to this place. It said gas, and Teddy yelled. The guy yelled out the window, "What do you want?" And Teddy said, "We need gas. When are you going to open?" He said, "We open in the spring." So we had to call Dick Plotkin and his brother Alan. Kind of like managed us, so we had to call Alan Plotkin, remember? Yeah, don't you remember Kenny and Donnie got in a fist fight? Outside the car, they were done. Alan pulls up. My father kept calling Alan, "Where's my daughter?" And Alan pulls up. This was somewhere not far away, maybe Tobyhanna or somewhere, because we weren't far from home. And Alan pulls up, and here's Kenny and Donnie, Sr., outside fist fighting. But they probably provoked it. You and him. And
the best one was when we were practicing the song for the Lover with Tommy Genova. And Teddy, anyway, we put a firecracker in Kenny's back pocket, you know. And Teddy lit it. And Kenny was jumping all over the place. So what do you do? Kenny comes after me. He's punching me, trying to punch. Anyway, I went like that. I knocked him and his glasses off, and they took him to the hospital. He said,
well, I think that's enough out of us. But anyway, I asked Teddy once. I said, "What key do you think Tommy Genova sings in?" No offense, but Teddy looked at me and he said, "I think in the key of Z." Okay, we'll find that out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Tommy was trying to make it on his looks.
Paulette, Mike, thank you so much. The Magics are just awesome.